The Hawkeye game is over, but the conversation is about to begin. It's time for the Black and Gold Rush with Travis and Ross.
Iowa 34, Albany 7. This is the Black and Gold Rush live from the Iowa Lottery Studios. Good to have you along on a Saturday night as the college football season kicks off. If you're new to the Rush, very, very simple. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel. That's right. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Start leaving your comments in the comment section. If you want to follow us on social media, you can do so at Rush Mornings. You can follow us on our Facebook page, The Rush with Travis and Ross, and like our Instagram page, The Rush Radio Show. Of course, good to have you here. My name's Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. Hello, Roscoe. What's going on there, buddy?
What's up, bud? What's up? A new era, right? A new era, not just for sound or for this, for what we're doing, not just for reaction. A new era. Got a new quarterback. All the problems are solved, man. The hero arrived.
You know, when we were talking earlier in the week on the Rush Radio Show, which you can hear mornings right here on this channel, you were hoping that the quarterback would not be a huge topic of discussion. It's probably going to be a topic of discussion because Mark Gronowski's debut as an Iowa quarterback as a runner was pretty impressive. I like his mobility.
Yeah.
As a passer, and you kept hearing the Fox Sports 1 announcers referring to him as kind of a Tim Tebow type. And the way he runs the football. But his passing, Ross, was not impressive at all. He was 8 of 15, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. And, of course, he cramped up at one point, then left the game in the third quarter. Hank Brown came in. But as a debut goes against a team like Albany, with the hype that Mark Gronowski's had, I would say he did not live up to the hype.
I think that the hype is the biggest part of it, right? It was that expectation. I've said this over and over. It's the number one ingredient for success. If you have your expectations too high, man, they're hard to meet. Expectations were high. I don't think they were too high. What did we say? What we needed to see Mark Gronowski do was not make big mistakes. He didn't make any big mistakes today. That was good. We needed to see him keep plays alive, right? Show the ability to be a playmaker. He did. There were a few times when pocket collapsed. He looked like he had good presence. Travis, throwing the ball was an issue a few times. Now, I want to give him a lot of grace here, and there should be a lot of grace. It is the very first game. They talked about this over and over. There's always those first game jitters. Now, you look at this. I mean, we talked about this with Rocco, that those first game, you got to kind of give a little bit of leeway for that. But Becht was going against Kansas State. This was Albany. That's why we said there's going to be a different set for this. I do think, by the end of the game, Travis, what you look back at this, zoom out. Hawks did what they were supposed to do. Ended up steamrolling a lesser team. Used that running game to just dominate this game. But we said early on, we just want to make sure that the quarterback isn't the conversation. And I do think that there were a few throws there that were concerning. You got a wide open receiver standing in the end zone and you bounce it 5 yards in front of you.
Then you get rolled out on third down and you just make a not a very good call or a very good pass. I kept thinking about you a lot during this game because you always say don't put people on pedestals. And we're guilty of when you're paying somebody what is reported $1 million plus, and he comes in with 2 national titles from the FCS level and throwing for over 10,000 yards, blah, 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 blah. People put him on a pedestal because people want a good quarterback so badly. And then when he doesn't perform, again, it is game number 1. So I'm going to take a step back. I wouldn't give him an A performance. I don't even know if I'd give him a B performance as far as if I were to put a letter grade on it. But I'm going to use the first game mentality. This is a lot like the old show. All right, folks. The old show thrived on phone calls and this show will be no different. 515-517-2303 is the number to call. If you're in your car now, driving back from Kinnick Stadium, we'd love to hear from you. If you're sitting at home, no matter where you are located in the United States, we'd love to hear from you. And first up, it's only fitting that on the brand new show that we go out to New Jersey. That's where John is. John, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on, bud?
For the first time in over 30 years, I am calling a Hawkeye postgame that is not sound off. That's the loyalty I have to you guys.
Is it just because we're on right away and you can call sound off in about an hour and a half?
And now you can go to bed?
No, it's because they fired Ross and you left and walked and created your own thing. I'm loyal to guys that understand where I'm coming from. I'm not loyal to corporate cronies or corporate cronies with iHeart or whatnot. I can say this. You're not saying this.
Oh, we'll say it.
Don't know Iowa, and they have lost their soul when they went from Palmer to Clear Channel and then Clear Channel to iHeart and then fired everything that made Iowa sports talk what it was for the last quarter century. So to hell with them.
All right, so now let's get to the game, because I know you have something to say about this game, John.
Correct. Can I get an amen, though?
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And Ross, that was for you.
Thank you, buddy.
Was listening to the game, and I'm looking at, and you guys know that I work for a logistics company, and I've always worked the last 6 years, so I have to listen to the game when even if it's going to be late, because I work late. And I'm looking down at my watch. And I'm like, 3-0, 7-3. Oh no, because it seemed like lather, rinse, repeat. Now I'm glad we ran away with it in the second half, but when I was looking at the stats for Mark Gronowski in the first half, like, did we just pay $1 million for someone who is going 2 of 8 for 14 yards in the first quarter against a bottom feeder FCS opponent? And I was like, is this Cade McNamara or Arch Manning in the first half against the defending national champions in Columbus? Good grief.
John, honestly, all good perspective, because the Arch Manning thing, we'll probably get to Arch Manning at some point in the next couple of hours, Travis. Another one where the expectations were crazy. If you watch that game, he had a couple good throws. Other than that, not a great game from him. Does that mean Arch Manning's not a good quarterback? Does that mean Texas is in trouble? No. They also were going against Ohio State, not Albany.
Correct. It just means that the expectations were too high. A buddy of mine said, I'm taking Texas. I said, this is only Arch Manning's first start on the road in his career, third start ever. You think he's going to walk into Columbus and come out with a win? No. And the first half showed it. And the first half showed me here, Gronowski is, and we all knew this, he was going to have to learn on the job like Max Brosmer last year did when he came in as an FCS transfer. And he was good the second half of the season in Big Ten play. But the first 4, 5, 6 games of the season was on-the-job training because Gronowski did not make spring drills, and he also was rehabbing during summer conditioning. He only got reps during fall camp, and it showed. We've got tons of talent, but this Hawkeye offense is only going to be as good as the quarterback. And what got me was, if you guys saw Bo Prabilla in his first game against Missouri, what could have been?
Yeah.
I don't blame
John.
Bo
Thanks for the call, man.
Thanks for going to Missouri.
Thanks for getting us started, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
We don't have commercials, but we're going to force John out anyways. Got it. Later, guys.
We got called. I didn't know. I wasn't trying to force him out by any stretch, Travis. I didn't. Oh, if we have other callers, we can get to them. I didn't mean it by that, John. I'm so sorry, man. I'm not trying to force you out.
I mean, yeah, John, we didn't mean to force you out.
Did you hang up on him?
No, I didn't. He hung up on himself.
Oh, okay.
He hung up on himself.
I love that. No commercials. Still got to force John out. Thanks.
But I think we have to come to the realization is Iowa is a running football team. Iowa is a pound the rock football team. And for no matter who you bring in as the offensive coordinator, Kirk Ferentz is going to want to run the football. And in the second half, that's what they did. Really, in the second quarter, they just said, run the damn football. And it worked, and that's where they could dominate. Things we didn't get to see from Mark Gronowski today. We know he can throw 5 yards. We know he can hit a tight end. We don't know if he can go downfield. I don't know what his longest attempt was, but I don't think he attempted to go downfield once today, Ross. And the competition next week against Iowa State is going to get a lot tougher. Tougher.
In every single way.
Yes.
In every the opening play of Iowa State, they go up top and take the top off. Be careful, because the receivers for UAlbany were getting separation and making catches.
I'm glad you caught up on the UAlbany thing too. I just thought it was
that,
Albany.
Dude?
It must be the way they called the university. They just call it UAlbany. It's the State University of New York. 515-517-2303. Let's go to Ryan, who's on I-80. Ryan, welcome to the Rush, the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Thank you, gentlemen. I just want to see if you could tell me one positive thing from this game today, man. I left there shortly after the start of the second half, and, man, I wish they could just show me they could throw the ball downfield. Yeah. And this is out, or Albany, as we say.
I'll give you one positive thing. 53 rushes for 310 yards on the ground.
Yep.
That's positive.
Yeah, and that's against Albany.
That's true.
I mean, that should be the standard against every team these days.
Ryan, I wish I could tell you that there was not a lot of positives in the passing game. Certainly, when you say they didn't show me anything, I can't give you too many positives in the passing game. Running game, I do think I'm with Travis. It wasn't great, certainly, or wasn't perfect, but it was really good. Defensively, I expected more, I'll be honest. Now, I know that they only gave up one drive and really one, but that one drive was against UAlbany.
Held UAlbany to 43 yards on the ground on 21 carries.
That one drive was enough for me to go, darn it.
We're all saying Albany.
Because it's on their freaking jerseys, man. I mean, and even the announcers kept calling him Albany. I'm like, screw it. I guess it's Albany now.
Yeah, that's it, man. I just always expect this opening game against a team like this that nobody ever heard of before. Man, this should be 50-0 halfway through the third quarter, and we just can't do that. So anyway, that's all I got to say.
Thanks, Ryan.
Appreciate it, man. Good call. Hey, Ryan. Thanks for finding us. Hey, thanks for finding us too. I mean, this is new for a lot of people, and I'm sure a lot of people are going, where we at? And if you could spread the word for us, it'd be great.
You know, I'm going to miss the old days where it took an hour and a half to get there, because I loved calling in late at like 1 a.m. when you guys had the late night shows going on.
We'll still be doing late night shows. They just won't be as late. How's that?
I know, but those are always great, like the snoring guy that one time a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that dude, man.
That was great. Ryan, thanks. I'll be doing a show from Canada, and I'll be doing a show from Vegas. I think when I'm in Ireland is the week that there is a bye week.
Okay.
I think that's what we set up.
Excellent. All right, Ryan. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
515-517-2303. Let's go to Conrad, Iowa. That's where Joe is. Joe, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on, Joe?
So happy to hear you guys on here. Always listen to you. Just such a great time. So happy to be a part of it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Joe.
Hey, I just have one quick thing. Let you guys go off on it. As always, my concern of what I'm seeing is what you guys think the longevity for Gronowski would be. I know it was just cramps today, but I mean, if he's going to run like this, he's a big guy. You know, he's got his ability, but I mean, can he hold up the whole season like this? And it just is a concern after seeing that against Albany, hitting him that hard.
We're all on the Albany bit now, aren't we? I like it.
Joe, I don't want to be callous, but here the truth is we need him for 1 year. We need him for 1 year.
That's fair.
So
Can he make the whole year though?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think so. Today was cramps. I said something that I meant it as a joke. Okay. And I know we have Mrs. Puffer listening right now. She wanted to remind us that she was the last caller to the last sound off, but I made a joke. Okay. My girlfriend Courtney, she was an athletic trainer at Iowa State. And so when Gronowski got hurt and he was laying there, the two female trainers came out and grabbed him, and she's like, I'm guessing that's just cramps with the way that they're stretching him. And she goes, I'd also like to point out that it's two female trainers out there. And I jokingly said, yeah, good point. If it was serious, they probably would have sent a guy.
Oh, Ross.
I was kidding.
Were you?
It was a joke.
Were you kidding?
I said I was kidding before I even said that. Yes, I was kidding.
Okay.
But anyway, I thought it was funny at the time. Turned out that wasn't very funny. She didn't think it was funny.
I think it's funny.
I think it's funny
because I took it as a joke. You were joking.
Joe, I'm
not offended by that.
I do think that that was cramps, and I don't worry too much about the longevity. I want to chalk up a lot to this being the first game. Those bad throws. He's not that bad of a quarterback to miss those open throws that badly that we saw. I don't want to think anything more than he just was. I don't know, nerves. The dehydration thing comes from that. Like you have an adrenaline dump.
I wish I could answer your question, Joe, but I will say this is that you just don't know. I mean, if you thought Kamari Moulton was going to go out as early as he did, right? And all of a sudden you see him going off the sideline, and all of a sudden you hear he's done for the game, then lo and behold, a guy like Xavier Williams comes in and has a great game. We know that I was deep at running back. I was really deep at running back. Williams had a great day. Washington had a great day. Jazz Patterson got in and had 47 yards and 7 carries. Gronowski had 38 yards. Moulton had 3 carries for 22 yards. It'd be interesting to find out the seriousness of that injury. We know the running back room is deep. Wide receiver room, we didn't learn anything about the wide receivers today. We know the tight ends are good, but we have no idea about the wide receivers because they didn't do anything farther than 8 yards today. We don't know if Gronowski can go downfield. And we know that Iowa can run block against Albany. Their pass protection was not very good, Ross. Pass protection was disappointing.
You nailed it. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I had one more. I'll hang up. But the rotation of the left tackle, those two guys that they kept rotating in, they both seem to have decent stuff. But I can't remember another time where that's been part of the game plan where they both get almost equal time, and so. Just kind of wondering about that. Well,
I thought Dotzler had a really good game, and it's probably one of those things where nobody's really separated themselves in practice, and you're going to get, and it's okay to get some guys some reps because injuries happen, especially on the line. So get as many of those guys as you can reps, and it was just Albany. So, this was probably the game to get them reps.
Yep. Why not beat up on the Great Danes?
That's right. Beat the dogs.
Love you guys.
All right. See you, Joe. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Joe. I am curious because we're going to talk with Kluver later on. We had him on earlier in the week, and remember he was like, "Oh man, these guys, I feel bad for them. They're going to get stomped." I wonder if that lived up to his expectation because at one point early in the game, I did think this is not the road graders we were hoping for. It turned into that in the third and fourth quarter, and we've seen that, and we should know enough about Kirk Ferentz football that's what you do to an inferior opponent. It doesn't show up in those first couple of drives. It's 3-0 in the first quarter, and then you end up with a 34-7 win.
515-517-2303 is the number to call. So let's keep going to the phones. Let's go to Chad, who's just leaving Iowa City. Chad, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Travis, Ross, how you boys doing?
Good.
Doing great, Chad. How are you, buddy?
Well, here's the deal. What we saw this afternoon was nothing that we've never seen before.
That's fair.
We've seen this every year. Every year.
And this was better than a lot of years, Chad. To your
lackluster. Yeah. we've seen lackluster performance on the offense, decent defense, and then we come out smelling like a rose.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is going to be the year that we come out smelling like a rose, but I don't know from what I've seen. But what was the deal with Gronkowski? Is he hurt? I mean, is he done?
Oh, no. I think that was just cramps. I heard nothing to say that he, and again, we're not going to have the benefit of listening to the Coach Stern's press conference, but we'll get the news. I mean, obviously that stuff usually gets to us. He doesn't tell us at the press conference anyway. We find out afterwards on Twitter.
No, and I get it, but am I right or am I wrong? We've seen this year in, year out.
You're absolutely right.
Poor performance. And then we come out and we look great. Next week will be the show, right? I mean, we'll know who we are next week. My humble opinion.
They did not throw one ball down the field. Not one ball down the field. They didn't even try. They didn't do well in the short game throwing it, and they didn't even try to throw a ball up.
Oh, that's
funny, by the way.
Who is that, Chad?
That's Big Daddy Dick.
That's
what
big.
they call it. No, Brad. He should be like infamous, Big Daddy Dick.
I like the name, and we can say that on the show.
I called you guys many times. I was Chad from Vegas. I called you, and look, I put messages in a thing. It's not my name; it's my wife's name, but that's okay. We'll go from there.
Chad, you're not driving, are you? I know you're leaving Iowa City. I hope you're not driving.
No, he's not driving.
We got a DD, and he's the man. His name's Head, and you called him Head back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember this.
I like it, Chad.
Do you remember that?
I think I do. I do.
But,
they're going to hang up on you.
But yes.
Okay.
All right.
We'll
Love
talk to you.
guys.
Love you, Chad.
Good show.
Thank you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Take care.
The show never disappoints. It never disappoints. I'm glad it's picked up where it left off. That makes me extremely happy, Ross. It really does. 515-517-2303. Let's go out to I-80. That's where Hamed is. Is that what it is, Hamed?
Yeah, Ahmed. Hey, what's
Ahmed.
up, boys?
What's up, man?
Ahmed, what's up?
Not much. I think I need to drink a few more beers and catch up with Chad.
No, I don't know if you're going to catch up with Chad today, man. I don't think you're going to be catching up with Chad.
Good stuff. But no, hey, I'm glad you guys are back on. This is awesome. Listen every day on the morning show. But yeah, I'm driving back with my daughter Ava, and I think the best part of the game for me was they have a new T-shirt gun. It's kind of like a Gatling gun. It shoots out about 15 T-shirts at once. They drove around. It's got steam coming out the back.
Was Herky shooting him off? Was Herky firing the gun?
No, it wasn't Herky. I think it was just some people driving. Yeah, no, Herky was absent in that. But.
You can't go wrong with a good Gatling gun, right? I mean, that's just man. Somebody's gonna. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
And it got him up to the upper deck too. It was impressive.
Wow. And that's the best part of the day today. That's the best part of the day today.
No. It was a great game. I mean, it started off slow, but they picked up after a while. But I was worried at first. My bets didn't quite come in, but glad they won. I'm looking forward to next week. Hope we can hold our own and kick some Cyclone ass.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
I like that, Ahmed. That's good. So the Hawkeyes had
thank you guys.
That's an official report from inside Kinnick Stadium. Hawkeye's new addition is a Gatling gun T-shirt gun. Very impressive for the fans. Dusty asks a good question, I think, just so we can, share the love here. Did the ISU helmet card do anything cool, or did it just look dumb?
Dude, that thing's old. You're going to see it a lot next week too. What if they can bring their Gatling gun to Jack Trice Stadium? Hey, we're going to bring in our gun. because this is the most firepower we have on offense right now is a t-shirt
cannon that shoots 15 at once.
515-517-2303. Let's go to Omaha. That's where Corey is. Corey, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on, Corey?
Hey, buddies. How's it going?
What's up, Corey?
Hey, I'm enjoying this new format, but it's killing me here. Are you sure you guys can't take a commercial break or two real quick for me?
Corey, this is what's so cool about this, man.
I would love a farm report. I would love an update on Trump. Can you please just take some breaks?
No.
We have a commemorative Trump coin we'd like to sell you.
Cashforgold.com is the ad I want to hear right now.
Reverse mortgages coming your way.
Guys, I mean, I really don't have any opinions. I just wanted to talk to you. I'm proud of the both of you. Appreciate you guys doing this. You know, I was a big fan of Sound Off my whole life, and yeah, looking forward to transitioning over here.
Well, hold on, Corey. You're a huge Hawkeye fan.
Yeah.
How do you not have any opinions about this?
I am, but like it just a game like this, it's not really a talker. You know, I mean, I know the quarterback sucks, but the quarterback sucked for 10 years now. What's funny though, and Ross, what's your line? Expectation is the thief of joy, something like that.
Yeah, that's one of them. Absolutely, buddy. You're right.
Yeah. And this off season, as a big Hawkeye fan, I felt like I've done a better job at taking Iowa media with a grain of salt. But if you listen to podcasts or read anything, and I'm not really criticizing them, they're just reporting what they're told. But you were told, hey, the receiver room is the best since 2011 with McNutt. All these exciting freshman running backs. Now the running game is very good tonight.
I thought so.
Don't get me wrong, but the quarterback Gronowski is a national champion. He's gonna come in here and be the best thing since C.J. Beathard. Have you guys covered this program for longer than 5 minutes? What the result tonight from the quarterback was some of the most predictable I've seen in a long time. And this is hand up accountability. I was really excited for Cade McNamara, but because of that experience, I wasn't really expecting much out of tonight. Now, maybe next week's a little bit better, but you're also going into Ames. That's a totally different environment. And this should have been a environment that was, rich for success for number 11. And I hope it was jitters, but I don't know. Kirk Ferentz quarterbacks, this is generally how they look early on in September. So,
and Corey, with as much sarcasm as I can muster, I'll remind you this offense didn't have Reese Vanderzee, so that could be a significant reason why.
Or Bowie. Bowie was out too.
True.
Bowie, the kid that caught maybe 5 passes last year. Yeah, he
right.
I'm sure he was the missing ingredient tonight, boys. Corey, and I know you guys get it, but man, this was the most Kirk Ferentz opener of all time, up there with the last 20.
I love that your initial thing was, I don't have much of a take on this. I mean, I love that, once pushed, you of course had some opinions, but I'm with you. I think that this is
that's true. That's fair.
We have to draw back a little bit and go, it's first game. Who was it? Which one was it? Was it Big Daddy Dick's friend Chad that said we've seen this? We've seen this. In fact, we've seen way worse than this. We have seen Missouri State.
We have seen a lot worse than this.
In fact, the last time Mark Gronowski was in Kinnick Stadium, we've seen much worse than this. That 7-3 classic against South Dakota a couple of years ago.
Here's what adds to the disappointment. Just hear me out here. This is what adds to the disappointment. You have Cy-Hawk Week coming up, right? And this is a huge rivalry. Keith Murphy and his crew is going to go on RV TV. Everybody's going to be talking about it. Iowa State kicks the crap out of South Dakota today, and I mean, they look good. They look really good. What you want to do is look good, look prepared, look like this is going to be a solid Cy-Hawk game, and you kind of leave this going, uh-oh, what's it going to be like in Ames? Now, you could say, well, the road teams have been really successful in this series the last several times. That's great. But right now, Iowa State looks like the better team. It does. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Now, the good news is I'm going to go to the cliches, and that is the best improvements made from week 1 to week 2. Iowa's got a lot of improvement to do. They've got to find a pass protection. They've got to be able to pass.
Yeah.
Ross, do you know what the longest pass today was?
Oh, what was it?
13 yards.
I was going to say 17, and I would have over.
Yeah, it was the throw to Gill in the third quarter. Is that the one that I'm thinking?
Yep.
Yeah, the one to get him first and goal.
Now you had one to a striker that went for 8
usually-
yards and 12 yards after catch, but it was the Gill one that was the longest one.
Yeah. Now, usually I pride myself on being a mental Kirk Ferentz encyclopedia, but I am having a hard time remembering a lead up to a Cy-Hawk game where Iowa looked not bad, but just really average. But the Cyclones have looked great. Usually we've seen it flipped, right? Yep. Where Iowa State has struggled against a UNI or a North Dakota State. The biggest example of this, I mean, this is going back 20 years now, but you remember that Drew Tate 05 team where they kicked the crap out of Ball State 56-0. Iowa State struggles. And then the next week, Iowa's top 10 going into Ames and they lose 23-3.
It feels like we've seen this happen. Yeah, Corey,
multiple times in the rivalry. But I don't remember an example where Iowa has looked like the inferior opponent going into the matchup.
Well, it is this week. And Corey, hey, thanks for the phone call,
yes,
man. We got something racked up. We'll talk to you probably next week. All right, thanks, bud.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
515-517-2303. Let's go up to Clear Lake. That's where AJ is. AJ, what's going on? Welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios.
What up to two of my favorite people in the world, Ross and Travis Justice. How are you?
Good.
What's up, buddy?
Well, hey, it's fine. Just everybody needs to calm down. So we're going to show up. Hawks will be there next Saturday. We're going to be good. It is what it is. And it's Cy-Hawk, baby. So you don't know what's going to happen. Come on now. So, right?
AJ, I think people are for the most you see Kluver. I think for the most part, people. Not that we'll get to it in a second. It just caught me off guard when I looked up. I think for the most part, people are handling this appropriately. No, but we haven't heard anybody say, panic button, anything like that. I think the only thing that is critical right now is folks saying, my expectations weren't met from Gronowski. And that's fair, right? I mean, is that, or are you even saying back away from that for right now?
Well, yeah, he cramped up after a quarter and a half. I think that's his adrenaline dump just got to him and whatever, but we'll be fine. It's like, just let's go. We're fine. It'll be all good. Let's get her done. And it's going to be Cy-Hawk. And I have no clue what's going to happen, really, guys. But I just know that it's going to be fun and it's going to be a shoot. It's going to be everybody getting after each other. And it's glorious. I'm going to be 54 on the 10th of September. I always have this around my birthday. It's the only thing I ever want to do in my life is go to the Cy-Hawk game for my birthday, whether it's win or lose to the Hawks, but I'm going to have a great time. My daughter goes to Iowa State, and she's in architecture school. My son just graduated from Iowa, so it's just freaking let's go. So it's fun. I am a house divided. So
sounds good, AJ. Hey, appreciate it, buddy.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Let's go. You bet. Thanks, baby.
515-517-2303. Booker in Marshalltown, stay on hold. Richard in Waukee, stay on hold. We'll get to your phone calls when we come back. Also, host of the Washed-Up Walkons podcast and good friend and former Iowa Hawkeye Tyler Kluver joins us after this 1-minute timeout on the Rush, Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. We'll be right back.
With the new Blackout Scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery, you can win the game day experience of your dreams.
That'll be $5.
Enter for a chance to win a VIP experience cheering on the Hawkeyes from the Ironman Suite at Kinnick Stadium.
Thinking about buying a home? Get pre-approved in 30 minutes with Gary Presnell at Northwest Bank in Des Moines. Gary offers first-time home buyers programs, VA, FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
You like listening to Travis and Ross talk about the Hawkeyes, so tune in when they talk about everything else. Listen to The Rush with Travis and Ross every day on therushradio.com, YouTube, the TuneIn app, and wherever you get your sports content.
Welcome back to the Black and Gold Rush. We are live in the Iowa Lottery studios. The Iowa Lottery has launched a brand new Iowa Blackout Scratch Ticket on August 5th, and it's available in retailers statewide. It's a gorgeous flat matte finish. Gameplay information is always available at the iowalottery.com. Lottery players have the opportunity to win up to $50,000 instantly on a scratch ticket. But here's a big but. If you don't win, enter a non-winning Iowa Blackout Scratch Ticket into your VIP club account for a chance at winning tickets to a Hawkeye football game of your choice. And if you're not a VIP, sign up for a free today at iowalottery.com/VIP. This year, we don't know how often, but whenever he has time, whenever the kids are sleeping, Tyler Kluver is going to be joining us. He's the host of the Washed-Up Walkons podcast. You can hear it each and every week. And he joins us live now from the confines of his basement. And everybody who's on hold, Tyler's going to be part of these phone calls too. But Tyler, we weren't impressed in game number one. You're swaying like you want to play. You look geared up.
This is Big Daddy Dick from U Albany.
From U Albany
in New York. Out in New York right now. So no, it's what are you talking about, Travis? What was the final score?
34-7.
What's the issue?
Issue is the pass protection was horrible. You have a quarterback that couldn't throw the ball downfield. I don't know if he could throw it farther than 12 yards. And but Iowa does what Iowa does. We shouldn't be surprised. It's a running football team. We've always wanted more, but at the end of the day, this is a running football team.
Isn't that funny? He forgot how to throw the ball.
So what's that? Let's talk about that for a minute, because obviously he's not that bad of a quarterback. No, we saw 3 throws today that were, bad.
His first 3.
Yeah. So is that? Are you chalk that up purely to adrenaline?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was feeling so. I mean, I never threw the ball. I technically threw it between my legs, so that it was somewhat similar. My arms and fingers were involved, and I was generally pretty good at calming that. I think Mark Gronowski was feeling electricity in his blood today. This guy, and you say how could you feel the nerves?
We talked about it. Yeah,
he's won 49 games, right? He's done this. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't been in the black and gold. He hasn't done the swarm. He is a little rusty, right? Didn't have a spring ball. And oh, by the way, who's been the talk of the state for the last 9 months?
100%. I don't disagree with anything you're saying, but that's what happens when you raise these expectations, right? And people have these expectations. And when you are a fifth-year senior, you have a master's degree in mechanical engineering, people go, oh, this guy can handle it.
Sure. And it took 3, because those first 3, you can't even say. I hope that he gets on, because they're going to interview him, obviously. I hope he goes, I literally forgot how to throw the football, because that's what it was. I mean, it wasn't even close.
The one we had a wide open receiver in the end zone. He throws it 5 yards short. It comes out of his hand.
Ross, you could have thrown that better.
I almost said that, and I didn't want you to make fun of me. And I'll be honest, I probably couldn't. It would have looked like that.
Okay, I could have thrown that better.
Yeah, there you go.
I would agree with that. Hey, let's get to some phone calls. Will you take some phone calls with us there, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, dude.
515-517-2303. Let's go up to Marshalltown. That's where Booker is. Booker, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery studios. What's going on, Booker?
What's going on? I love you, Tyler Kluver. Hey, welcome to Marshalltown. Bobcats, baby, Bobcats.
Yeah, Marshalltown's finest right here.
Big win last night.
Yeah, man. How about that? Let's go over Ames.
Yeah. Okay, bigger. Oh, sorry. I sorry about that.
That's fine. What's your question, Booker? Let's go.
Big win last night. All right, let's go. Same offense, bunch of running, boring as shit. Oh shit, I can't say that.
You can say that. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, boring. Run. No pass.
But
Iowa State by
you
14.
won. You won. You won.
I'm rooting for the Hawkeyes, but nothing's changed. When's the change coming? I'm telling you what, I'm rooting for the Hawkeyes, but I see Iowa State winning next week. Sorry, that's just how it is. Love you, Ross Peterson. Love you, Travis Justice. See you guys.
Right.
Thanks, Booker. I would say that it's hard to watch Iowa State these last against Kansas State, and what they did to I thought is a really good South Dakota team, and they dismantled them today. And then you watch the Hawkeyes kind of struggle in that opening game. It's hard to look at next week and go, oh, yeah, Hawks can. We've seen this flip. We've seen that week one. I mean, we've talked about it already. Tyler, you were a part of a season like that, weren't you? Where one of those opening weeks, we went into the Cy-Hawk game with it being a lopsided prediction, and the other team ended up winning.
Yeah, I mean, probably a couple times. I was when I was playing, I didn't pay so much attention to like the lines ever or the predictions. It might be why the game ends up being like that is because the players don't know, like they don't know. There's no lines for the players. Like it's we're gonna win this game, like So, but this is it's a Cy-Hawk game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if now I will say I'm with you, Ross. Like State has looked good. Specifically today. And I think there is another component to that. We don't know if South Dakota is going to be good this year.
That's true. Good point.
And I would argue we don't know if Albany is going to be trash. I would bet that many people like me
They play
today,
in the Colonial Athletic League. Let me back you up a little bit. But
relative to their okay. Albany, you Albany.
Albany.
They're not going to be ranked in the Sagarin rankings up in the 80s or the set. They're not going to make. But in their league, they're talking about, hey, they were 4-8 last year. They might be a winning ball club in their league this year. You look at them play today. They're playing with some speed. I get it, but they're playing. They're making plays. They got 11 guys too. They got some players out there. They got some frames. Now again, Iowa State's look good. They have 2 games. We have 1. Doesn't matter. All chips on the table. This is the Cy-Hawk Trophy. And I think I mentioned it yesterday on the show. You actually said before I came on, Ross, he's like earlier in the week, and it did feel like earlier in the week. It was literally yesterday morning.
It was yesterday.
Man, it was a long
Could have been
day.
4 days ago in my head.
Goodness.
You sell some flags, though? Did you sell some flags?
We sold a lot. It was a long day. I took a nap today. I never take naps.
See, I talked about the nap. I said I'd take a nap, and you were making fun of me about a nap.
515-517-2303. You got to be ready for them all. Richard calling for Sandy out of Waukee. Richard, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios.
Yeah, hey, appreciate the call, Richard. I actually go by Dick, if you don't mind. My mom calls me Richard when I'm in trouble. Guess what happened? I never thought Sandy would make it. She walked in my back door 3 minutes ago. I was going to call in for her. She's drinking these tweeds like
I'm
going on.
here, Tito.
There he is. There. Yep.
I made it just in the nick of time.
Where were you, Sandy?
Well, I was in Madrid for celebration.
Oh, they had a 5K today, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. You know how fast I ran that?
How many bush lights did you have?
27 minutes.
Yeah, pretty. No, 27 minutes. No. Probably more like 50. I was a fast walker.
Okay.
You can join me next time.
No.
Yeah.
Tyler will. I won't. Tyler, Tyler, are you a 5K or are you a 10K?
I'm in the middle of a 5K phase right now, actually, in my running stuff.
Wow.
I'm surprised Kluver
so you know how
he's in the
happy
middle of a 5K.
You're making radio great again.
Well,
you're making radio great again.
We're trying. Man.
Print the hats.
Making radio great
you know
again.
What's happening right now? Sandy AF is here, and Richard
from Waukee.
Well, Dick.
And,
Dick.
And where's Ginger at? Where's Ginger?
Ginger's in Madrid, where I just came from.
All right.
She'll be on.
She's still trying to finish the 5K. Is she like
Anita
she
will be
4Ks
here.
in? She 4Ks into the 5K.
Anita and Grandma Bush will be here too.
Yeah, this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just the start of it. And guess what? We have 3 Bushes getting married this year.
Oh, wow. That's an expensive year.
No kidding.
Expansion
All
of
right,
the expansion of the Bush clan. That's good. I like to hear it. More Hawkeye fans.
Yep. And guess what?
What?
It's just the beginning.
It is. See you, Sandy.
I want to hang with those people.
See you later, fellas.
I think we want to. They've been regulars for the last several years. Several years.
They're meters around, like they're in Waukee. I'm right by them. I can go
They're,
find them.
they're usually a lot more drunk. Just to be totally honest, they're usually a lot more drunk. They were a little tame today. I think running that 5K, helped her out a little bit. She was up in Madrid. We might as well go up to Boone. That's where Steve is. Steve, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. You're on with Ross Peterson and Tyler Kluver. What's up?
Yeah, I'd like to throw Tyler under the bus.
Okay.
Excellent.
Just for take on the whole loss or the Albany thing.
Albany? It's Albany.
Yeah.
Sure.
Albany.
Albany.
New Albany. Well, yeah. But no, I thought it was a shitty game. It was very bad.
Okay. Instead of throwing off, adjectives and adverbs, go ahead and tell us why you think it's so bad.
That was good.
Well, you've been pimping up Gronkowski all year, and now he just peters out. It's terrible. Did that the last 3 quarterbacks we had.
See, Tyler, I know where he's coming from, and hear me out. And Steve, thanks for the phone call. I appreciate it because I think you bring up some good points and the frustration that people are going to see in today's NIL world, transfer portal world. And we saw it with Cade McNamara. You have these high expectations that you put people on a pedestal. Ross is very good at saying, don't put people on a pedestal. But when you win the guy, when you spend the money, and when you make an investment, Tyler, you expect return on your investment. Now, I'm not saying Iowa's not going to get the return. People want a Bertie Madoff deal, right? They want the 26% returns immediately. And they want it for the whole season. And he's voicing what many Hawkeye fans are feeling tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. And if everybody else would like to toss me under the bus,
that's a term of endearment on this show.
I'm built for it. I'm good with that. I can go under the bus.
You're probably the only one here who could survive getting thrown under the bus and get run over and get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, I understand. Like I'm not going to sit here and act like. At the end of the first quarter, actually funny story. It was slow enough and like, wow, we're doing this again enough that my daughter, 2.5 years old, was like, Daddy, we go on a walk. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go on a walk. I'll just pause the game and I'll watch it during halftime. I'll catch up.
Yeah.
And so I went on a walk. And I came back. I missed their touchdown. I was following it on my phone. I missed their touchdown because the TV ended up like playing whatever. Come back. It's not what you want. It's not the start you want, right? It's not the stats that you want from Gronowski. The stats actually got better. Like if you take away those first 3 throws that like it's like him relearning in middle school how to throw football. They got a little bit better. No yardage, right? No big plays. But you look at the end of the game. Again, you look at the end of the game. It's like. Here's my perspective. We played, from everyone's perspective, bad. We played a poor game. We struggled. We had those week 1
34-7
and won by 27 points.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a pointed question though. Was there anything, because we could do this all night and say it's the first game jitter. Was there anything that really concerned you though? I mean, pass protection. When Gronowski got out of the pocket, not a great thrower. I thought when he just dropped back. And use once he got out of the pocket, he didn't look comfortable throwing. Anything on defense that concerned you? And take away the first game jitters. just go straight to this was a little alarming to you.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few plays on defense where you're like, man, I don't know why we're giving them that much space. I think it's again, I hate to chalk it up to that, but there is a little bit of first game real speed. Like you can rep it as much as you can in practice, but it's going to be a little different out there. Couple guys second guessing themselves, but other than the one drive they put together, I've got it up here, right? I think it was their third drive. You know, like 3 and out, 7 and out, and then the 9-play touchdown drive. They're still in their script. Like they're still in the script of like, hey, we know we've got the Hawkeyes. We've got to put the best thing possible together. They scripted us like every team does to every team. And I mean, go down the list. You guys know, you've watched these games. How many times does the team get a scripted touchdown on us in the first quarter, and then the defense just locks in because they're out of plays that they've drawn up perfectly one after another.
That drive concerned me.
Yeah.
That drive it was like, hey, this is Albany. Defense should be shoving them around. And that was one of the things we said last week. The things that we wanted to see from this game were on the defensive side, dominance, sort of just destroy them. And they did get that one drive that got off. The other thing that we did want to see to not have to worry about Gronowski was be able to see him get the ball down the field. I also think something fantastic from that last caller. Not only did he throw you under the bus, which is kind of a fun inside joke, he also called him. Did he call him Gronkowski?
Gronkowski, yeah.
So yeah, that if that one can also become like the Ferenc.
Oh yeah. I had David Pollock on our show, and he called him Ferenc.
Are you serious?
Game day David Pollock came on our show.
That's why he's not on game day anymore. Did you say that's why you're not on game day anymore?
I thought about saying something about it, but I was like, I had 20 minutes.
All right.
Gronk, yeah.
That's great. That's
Gronkowski.
great.
No, it's yeah, man. I mean, we would have liked to see better.
Travis, any other calls?
We got them stacked up. 515-517-2303.
I've got something for Tyler if we have no calls, but I want to get the calls.
Nate's driving back up to Minnesota. Nate, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on, Nate?
It all feels like it's all right in the world because we're back having these conversations for therapy sessions. You know?
Amen, Nate. Amen, brother.
So I think, the hype about quarterback and all that has been something I've been timid on because I kind of believe it when I see it. And I'm just struggling to think why this year's team is any different than the last couple of seasons of Hawkeye football we've seen. I'm just, I'm concerned that, I mean, that is an incredibly low passing number against any opponent, let alone, as you guys like to say, Albany. I mean, where are we gleaning the hope from?
44 yards is tough against Albany. Tough.
I understand that.
It's embarrassing, right? Like, this is tough.
You take away those first 3 attempts, and I understand you can't do that with the statistics. You take away those first 3 attempts, he's 8 of 12 with a touchdown for 44 yards. It's not like we took a lot of shots downfield. You think we were going to open?
You
up
took 0 downfield. Yeah, you took 0.
You going to open up the playbook for Iowa State to scout next week?
I didn't think Iowa State was going to open up the playbook for South Dakota. It sure as hell did.
Thanks to him. Now Phil Parker's licking it. He's watching the Iowa State film right now, licking his chops.
I love Tyler.
You're amazing.
Here's the deal. So I come. No, I do.
Yeah, say it. You're fine, man.
For a long time, and I still probably always will. There's this, and I'm just bad at communicating it because there's plenty of people who seem humble. I'm not that guy. I come as a player. There's a little bit of arrogance, or like we know better than you. And I think where that comes from, it took me 8 years of podcasting to figure it out, is when you've been on the inside, you know the work that's about to be put in. You know the work that has been put in. That's where the confidence comes from. And I know that doesn't do anything for the fans because they don't see it. The fans are going to go to work on Monday morning.
Yeah.
They're not going to think about Hawkeye football until they – yeah.
And when they do think about it, Tyler, this is that thing that we fall into as fans. What we just saw, we think we're going to see forever.
Yeah, the first play against Iowa State, it's going to be just a pickup of where you just left off. And there's about 50 hours of work that goes in between those.
And think of how much better Gronkowski is going to be with Ferenc over his shoulder for a week.
They're probably
Nate, I'll take it you were at the game.
Yes, I was. Yep.
And, after that first couple drives, did I hear a lot of boos in Kinnick Stadium? Did I hear a lot of boos?
Not as many as I thought. My brother wanted to see Hank Brown right away. I mean, one drive in and it was over type of stuff. But I understand you're going to come out in this game and it's going to be vanilla. You've got a massive game next week. We ran the ball and you saw it. Had we not thrown a pass, we probably still win with the same score. You know exactly. What I mean? But I think for what takes this program to the next level is just the ability to move the ball through the air a little bit, not even at a high level, but just a consistent ability to move the chains, make that 3rd and 8 type of throw, whatever it is. And I just struggling to find confidence that we're going to have the ability to do that. And think about it with Mark going into that atmosphere next year, that next week is going to be incredibly hostile. And other than when he played at Kinnick, probably the most hostile environment he's ever played in.
All right, Nate, thanks for the phone call, man. Appreciate it.
Good luck. Hey, Nate, hope your brother doesn't remind you that once Hank Brown went in the game, he had 100% completion percentage.
Starter. Should be a starter, honestly.
515-517-2303. Let's go to Cherry County, Nebraska. You never know where the Hawkeye fans are. Who's this?
This is not a Hawkeye fan. This is a Husker fan. First time caller, long time listener to Doc Talks. I was just saying I watched the game and that didn't look good. But they could be sandbagging.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
We won our game by 27 points.
Cherry.
Cherry
from Cherry County.
Cherry from Cherry County.
Cherry from Cherry
Yes,
County.
sir.
All right.
Yep.
I love Nebraska.
You already started. You got 11 games to go now, and I'm sure Dr. Rob and I talk about it this weekend.
I can't say anything. I'm not happy with Nebraska either right now. But yeah, I'm a little more happier than probably the Iowa fans are with your quarterback.
But
I heard Archie is transferring to Iowa though.
Who's that?
Arch Manning.
Oh, Arch Manning.
I think Archie's. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Arch Manning in hour number 2 of this show because he had a lot of expectations as well. Hey, thanks, Cherry. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep. Have a good one.
Yep.
You guys are great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Cherry.
515-517-2303. Let's go up to Boone. That's where Steve is. He called earlier. He wants to come back. What's up, Steve?
Hey, it's not Gronkowski. It's Gronowski.
Oh, darn.
Everybody knows that.
He said everybody.
No.
Everybody. Was that dummies?
Yeah. I was listening. But no, do you think how long of a leash does Tim Lester have? Do you think like an Anthony Becht, or I know that's with Rocco being the quarterback, but somebody from St. Louis, not Blackhawks, but the Battlehawks. Do you think Anthony Becht could be a offensive coordinator or?
We're not going to go through this again, are we?
I have no idea.
Are you serious? You're really bringing up getting rid of Tim Lester now?
Well, if he can't throw the ball more than five yards,
That's not a Tim Lester problem. That's a Gronowski problem.
Well, obviously he's in charge of the offense, isn't he? So he's recruiting these people. He has a say.
Tyler, I'm going to let you take this one, man. I'm going to let you take this one. This is what's great about this show.
There's a guy at Fresno we could get.
Yeah, he's a tight ends coach. His name's Brian Ferentz.
Yeah. No, it's I mean,
yeah.
I
Rocco's more successful than him. Yeah.
Are we? Who are we talking about? Rock?
He's talking about Rocco Beck's dad.
Rocco's dad's going to come coach for the enemy.
I love Patrick. Patrick just wrote in the chat, "Fucking Boone."
No, I think at this point, and this is as nicely as I can put this, if you're looking at this as schematically and the kind of the routes and the stuff that we're running, and you still think we're running the same stuff, and that the play calling is the issue. We're past that. Like it is much different. This offense is much different, and God, some of the run concepts are actually really cool. The Gronowski running touchdown with its 3 lead blockers, the way they set that up, just a small twist that they're putting in there. It's really cool stuff that they do out of the formations and motions.
Honest to God question, and being serious here, would you like to see more tempo, though? Because, they had to take a timeout when the clock got down to 1. It seemed the play clock get down to 6, 5, and it ate a lot of time. And I know that's kind of the Iowa way, but I think the way this offense is structured, or maybe I'd like to see it this way, get a little more tempo, speed it up a little bit, get into a rhythm. It didn't seem like they were able to get into a rhythm. Would you like to see that? Because I would.
Yes, I do. I think you make a good point that this offense is built for a little rhythm, a little tempo, because you start running some of the motions and actions pre-snap that are in this offense, and you're doing it with little time in between plays. The defense their heads start to spin, and that's probably a little bit of Iowa thinking that they would have a little more handle, a little more push than they did in that first half. It turned into like hey, how much can we control these guys, to let's get control first. And so, you slow it down a little bit so that everybody's got the plays where, we're on time. Another positive from the day, very low penalty, no turnovers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. One turnover at the end. The one, there was a fumble.
Sure.
That with, at the very final minute of the game, right?
And those are huge. Special team, Drew Stevens. Come on now.
Yeah, the 50.
That thing was good from 70.
It was. It was a hell. It was a good day for kickers in the state.
Swear, in a serious question, and I want to get to more college because I don't want to.
No, we're good.
Okay, so what is going on with kickers? We've had kickers that are launching kicks lately.
They're just getting. I've had this opinion since I played for 10 years. The coaches are just giving them the opportunities now. I swear with Marshall Kane, we would go back to 60 every day in practice. They'd never let us hit it in the game. And there's cost benefit too, right? Because the more you back it up, the less just, the success curve is going to dip, right?
Yeah.
How much do you hit from 60 than you do at 40? It's less, right? So now you're giving them the ball back at that spot.
Man, we saw that dude in the preseason in the NFL hit a 70-yarder.
Yeah. But I'll tell this story till I die. There's a day in 2014, this is over a decade ago, where our first string, second string, third string kicker all went back to back 62-yarders. I snapped all 3 of them. They all went in Kinnick Stadium. They've been able to do it. And that doesn't diminish the leg strength that Drew Stevens has, because I think he actually is stronger and has a bigger leg. And what's crazy is how much it's developed just in 4 years, because he wasn't the massive leg guy coming out of high school. He's not a huge kid. But yeah, they're letting him rip.
Man.
Conradi, how do you say his name?
He had a 62-yarder, 63-yarder.
63 was what they called it on TV. I'm not sure what they credited it.
Man.
It seemed like it was 63, and that, again, one that had distance left.
We were on the sidelines when I played, just begging, let us kick it. They wouldn't do it. But yeah,
you know why? Because it's against natural reaction. In meaning that Kirk Ferentz is 70 years old, right? And your gut says, man, 62. There's no way. You've got 70,000 people. You've got it's 11 on 11. There's just no way. But Stevens was a bomb.
I get it. But they're proving it now.
Yeah. I saw somebody earlier in the chat say, stop avoiding the dumpster fire and talk about the quarterback. Well, we've been talking about the quarterback for the last hour.
Not a lot to talk about, really.
I mean, what do you want to say? You can only say he sucked for so long.
Listen, I do have a question for Tyler. When we had you on yesterday, earlier in the week, last month, you did say, man, I kind of feel sorry for the Great Danes. They don't know they almost implying like, we're just going to punish these guys. Did you see that? Early on? I was reflecting on that conversation going, man, I don't see this offensive line dominating. Now, towards the end of the game, I did. Did you see the sort of punishment you were hoping to see?
No, that's a little bit of what I alluded to earlier with they got some athletes now. They played at a tempo and an aggressiveness, an intensity, a toughness level that I did not expect.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm a podcaster. I just talk out of my ass. I'm repeating what I'm being told about the Albany Great Danes, right? I'm pretty sure they don't feel great about 34-7 in the locker room after the game, right? But I don't think we beat them up like I thought we would. I know we took that scoring drive out of the second half was like an 8-minute drive. We 14 or 15 plays. Couple little things in that first quarter where we're just like, we don't know how to play football. And the score is probably one more touchdown. It's really close to that line, both, the over under and the, so yeah, I think one more score and it's right where it was
Vegas thought it was supposed to be.
We're really not far off from where it was. It's just that, it's funny what sticks in people's brains, right?
Yeah. And those first 3 throws are hard to get past, man. Hard to look at, especially with the expectation. Go ahead, Trav.
515-517-2303. Let's go to Sun Valley Lake. That's where Nick is. Nick, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Well, all the Iowa fans are asleep right now. I don't know what happened to them, but I have a question.
Okay.
Do you guys think with Iowa State playing last week and having a game ahead of Iowa that helps them prepare for Iowa for next week?
I mean, I think the obvious answer is yes, Nick. It seems to me like having played against an opponent like Kansas State, having an additional game under your belt, those things do seem to me to be an advantage. They always talk about, Tyler, that idea that you get better between weeks 1 and week 2. You improve in that week more than you do in any other week. Hawkeyes certainly have a lot of room for improvement in that. But it's, again, I fall into that fan thing, Nick, that we just got done talking about. I'm a fan. I believe what I just saw, I'm going to see forever.
I've talked to Iowa fan. I'm not an Iowa fan at all, but I root for them, of course. But at the same time, today, everyone, nothing. It was like a dull moment watching the game with them.
There was never an exciting. There was never an excitement.
Nothing.
Yeah. Tyler's daughter was asking to go for walks. Yeah.
Let's play some bags.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's play some
let's play
slam
some
ball.
bags, guys. Like, yeah. But I'm like, hey, was it a good game? It was a decent game. But I'm like, gosh, maybe it's because Iowa State played last week. And now they're week 2, but they're in week 1.
I think it's because Iowa State played right beforehand, and they looked really, really, really good.
And they do have those wow moments, Trav, right?
Yeah. Hey, Nick, I appreciate the phone call.
1,000%. Thank you. Have a good one.
Let's get to one more before we take a break. Hey, you want to stick around, Tyler, and talk about the Iowa State game? Because I know you've been a part of that, and if you have time to stick around with us.
Yeah, I could do that.
Because, we're paying you so much money. 515-517-2303. Let's go
Tyler, I told him, I'm like, just make sure that we're not impeding on his time. Like, the guy's got a family. He's got to make sure we're not impeding on his time. And here we are.
You didn't have to say the whole segment. I just want to ask about being part of that game.
Okay.
Senorita Puffer, what's going on?
Hi, how's it going?
Great.
I'm so excited to have you guys on YouTube and listen, and it's just awesome.
Great.
I was going to say that Williams, my son was just talking about how Williams reminded him of Tyler Goodson a little bit. So that was a good thing. Ooh. That was fun.
Talking about Xavier Williams.
And that Gronowski, Xavier Williams. And that Gronowski had some qualities that maybe Nate Stanley had.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good question.
A good thing when you consider the last, 7-8 years of Iowa quarterbacks.
Tyler, does he have qualities?
I agree with the take, actually.
Okay, tell us why. Why do you agree with this take?
The lower body and his comfortability, balance in the pocket. The play they called dead where the guy was on his legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
He stays
didn't
up.
go down on his
Yeah,
knees.
he stays up. He's a little
Yep.
more sturdy, and I don't know if it's tough or what, but he's a little bit more willing to like take a hit, I think. Nate was a big guy. God, he was
And
big,
he
6'5".
can get some short yards.
Yeah, and I think
He can get some short yards.
Gronowski's a little more mobile than Nate was, but I think a couple of the guys that we've had, they just go down. They just get down. I think he's a little more sturdy. I think that's
fair.
What about the running backs are always tough for me because Iowa's had a lot of really good running backs. Iowa's had a really good running back system for a long time that has produced a lot of quality backs and quality seasons. The Xavier Williams to Goodson one is hard for me to instantly acknowledge and see. Is that something that makes sense too?
I think it's there. I was kind of impressed in my own way with him. Like I was really impressed. Travis mentioned earlier how the depth that we have in that room. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
Jazz.
a good problem to have.
Jazz looks like he's lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
He's in fighting shape. It sucks that Moulton went down, but
Yeah. All right, Senior Rita Puffer. We appreciate it. You're going to be a regular every week?
Oh, I have been.
All right. That's what we like to hear.
Of course.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Bye.
Duh, Travis. Duh.
515-517-2303. Give us 1 minute, and we'll be back and bring up the Cy-Hawk game. It's coming up in a week in Ames. It's going to be an 11 o'clock kickoff. It's going to be on Fox. Big noon kickoff is going to be there. That means Dave Portnoy, El Presidente, is going to be there.
I'm going to get a Fresca. So if I'm not back in 1 minute, yeah, you got me.
All right. It is the Black and Gold Rush from the Iowa Lottery Studios.
She's on the 17, the 45, the 29, and she scores big cash prizes from the Iowa Lottery by matching her numbers to the winning numbers on the new Iowa Blackout Scratch Ticket. Now she's entering for a chance to win an Ironman Suite experience at Kinnick Stadium, plus other fun VIP prizes. That's the best touchdown dance I've ever seen. Make the biggest play of the season today. Enter and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Are you thinking about buying a home this year? Start by getting pre-approved with Gary Presnall at Northwest Bank in Des Moines to see how much you can qualify for and what loan programs meet your needs. Gary can get you pre-approved in 30 minutes or less with a pre-approval letter to you. Gary offers first-time homebuyers programs, VA loans along with FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You like listening to Travis and Ross talk about the Hawkeyes, so tune in when they talk about everything else. Listen to The Rush with Travis and Ross every day on therushradio.com, YouTube, the TuneIn app, and wherever you get your sports content.
Hour number 2 of the Black and Gold Rush live from the Iowa Lottery Studios. If you're listening at therushradio.com on the Rush Radio Android app or the TuneIn app, great to have you with us tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, give this channel a subscription. Subscribe. Give the video a like. Start leaving your comments in the comments section. You can follow us on X at Rush Mornings. Follow us on Facebook, The Rush with Travis and Ross. And, of course, on Instagram, The Rush Radio Show. And this is a live call-in show. We're talking about Iowa's 34-7 win over Albany, as Ross says, Albany. 515-517-2303. Tyler Kluver is our guest for a couple more minutes. We got the Cy-Hawk game coming up, Tyler. You've been a part of this. Kirk Ferentz does the great thing of, it's one game at a time, doesn't get too wrapped up into the rivalry, maybe as much as the rest of the state does. As a player, as a former player, how big is this game?
It's big. It's big. As a guy from Iowa, I think it's hard to imagine that when you describe it as big and it's a big thing for the state of Iowa, you're from Des Moines, you're a kid from Des Moines or some small school in the state, and then you make it to one of the state schools and you're like, oh, I get to be a part of this. That all doesn't play a part in how you perform. Like these guys are like Division I athletes. They can disconnect that. It can still mean a lot and have a lot riding on it. And the environment's juiced. Everything's 10X, but you can still focus and it doesn't affect things like that. Prep is the same. Everything is the same, but it means a lot. I remember walking off the field with the Cy-Hawk trophy on my shoulder. in Ames still. And it felt like my name on the show tonight was really fitting when I did that. You're on top of the world when you win that game. It's just like, when you lose that one, it hurts. Like the loss from last year really hurts. And it's a big game. You get to go to the other teams. I mean, F you Hawkeyes. Boom, boom. They're just, the whole student section is just, they're out there. I can feel the juice right now. I wish I still played.
I love that. Tyler, thanks a lot. Thanks for coming on with us, man.
You the man. Hey, real quickly, though, because you do host the Washed-Up Walkons, one of the most popular Iowa Hawkeye podcasts out there. When is the new episode, and when will it drop, and who's your guest this week?
People can join live. We're actually doing our recap and preview episodes live, similar to you guys like this. We'll do that tomorrow, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And you can join us on YouTube there, YouTube X, Facebook. That'll go up again, rebroadcast on all the platforms on Monday. And then, weekly we've got Ike Hold on. We break down the KF press conference. We'll preview the Iowa State game on Wednesday night. It'll go up Thursday, all this stuff, but that's not what this is about. This is about the rush, baby.
No, we want to promote your podcast because we appreciate you coming on, man. And not that you need promotion because you're uber popular and you got the cool flags and all that stuff. And you see, you're uber popular.
Look, I'm super popular. Look at this.
He's gonna bring he's gonna bring something up.
What's this? Oh, can we zoom? Oh.
No, I can't zoom out. I don't have control of his camera.
No, I know what I mean is, can you make it so it's just him on the screen?
Yeah. Hold on. I don't know if I can or not. Hold on. There it is.
There we go.
Look at that action shot.
Look at that.
That's when I was on the field.
Is that like it almost looks like a fat head.
I played for the Hawkeyes. You know that?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I'm not that important. Everybody listening, it's not that big of a deal. I long snapped. It is an action
very
shot,
cool.
though.
That's very cool.
That's what they give you when you leave, if you make it all the way through. I appreciate the promotion. I am going to try and show up to this. I'm locked in Fridays at 7:30.
Okay.
Cool. All right, buddy.
So you can hear Tyler every Friday morning at 7:30 on the Rush Radio Show. We are live on the TuneIn app, on the Rush Radio app, at therushradio.com, and of course right here on YouTube. Tyler's going to be with us every Friday to talk about that weekend's games, and of course this weekend it is Iowa State. Tyler, always appreciate the time, buddy, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Yeah, see you guys.
See you, man. Tyler Kluver joining us on the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. Iowa State up next. This is what it can get ugly at times. It can get nasty at times. But I love rivalries that are in state. Iowa's lucky to have in-state rivals because some states don't. Right? Some states don't. But now that Iowa State is good, and I mean really good, it even adds more to the rivalry. I mean, it's always been heated. But it's much better when both teams have really big expectations.
That's so hard for fans. Everybody would acknowledge that. You say that, and everybody's like, yeah, it's way better when Iowa State is good. Ask an Iowa fan. Ask an Iowa State fan. Do you want Iowa to be good? Do you want Iowa State to be good? If you're an Iowa fan, there are very few Iowa fans that truly are like, man, I hope Iowa State's really good. Most of my friends are not that way. It's hard to get them to like the other one or cheer for the other one. Travis, you've said it so perfectly, man. We're lucky. We're lucky to have an in-state rivalry. We're lucky that this game happens. There's people that don't see that. There's people that don't. I don't know. Don't want it but we have it. And Iowa State is really good, and it is better when they're good.
515-517-2303. Let's go back to the phones. That's where Ginger Bush. Welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Hey guys. Hello. Welcome back. I just want to give you guys high fives. Welcome back.
High five. We're giving one to you.
Listen, did you talk to Sandy yet tonight?
Yeah, we did. She ran a 5K with you, she said.
She said she was up in Madrid. Yeah, did you finish the 5K?
Listen, Yeah, 5K. I'm at the Madrid State Fair right now, also known as Madrid Labor Day, actually celebrating at the beer tent.
Madrid State.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
That's what I like to call it. If you know Madrid, you know Madrid, and it's the Madrid State
Hey,
Fair.
I know Madrid, Sandy. I know Madrid well.
This is Ginger. Sandy was earlier.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger. I know.
Ginger Bush.
It's Tigers. Yeah, I mean it's fantastic up here. Let me tell you.
Ginger, what was that in the background?
Guys.
Yes.
Anita's here. I have Anita Bush here.
Anita Bush.
We got a whole slew of us sister-in-laws. Yeah, we have a whole slew of us sister-in-laws that like to hang out. And so I have Anita Bush here. I saw Sandy was with us earlier tonight. We ran the 5K.
Yeah.
I walked it. Yeah, drank some Bush Lights. And so it's been a good time. But listen, guys, what about those Hawkeyes? And I don't know what's going to happen next week.
I don't know what's going to happen either. I just hope they play a lot better. I hope they find tempo. And I hope the Gronowski can throw the ball farther than 8 yards. That's the only thing I'm hoping. If he can throw the ball farther than 8 yards.
They got to get those. They were a little nervous out there today.
Come on.
I don't know if their moms
How are you?
their back.
How are you nervous for Albany? Y'Albany.
They were. They weren't looking fantastic. I don't know. They have to get that. They got to get their shit together, boys. That's all it is. They got to get their lives together and they got to get their shit together. That's what it rolls down to.
All right,
So
Ginger.
listen,
Yes.
most importantly, I'm just so happy to be. I'm so glad you guys are back, and I just have one last thing to say to you.
Let's
guys.
hear it.
Let's go!
Thanks, Ginger. So if you are all new to the show and didn't listen to the old show,
is that possible?
No, it's not possible. Everybody who's listening right now has probably heard us at least once before, right? At least I hope.
Probably
so.
familiar with the act. No
Yeah.
Ginger, no Sandy.
I know this guy has listened to us at 515-517-2303. He was sitting in the end zone. He was wearing probably a tank top basketball jersey. Bill Blank, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush from the Iowa Lottery Studios.
Oh, God bless you guys.
We're here for you,
so
brother.
Happy. I was actually wearing a Hawaiian Hawkeye shirt today. I went old guy.
Did your stylist from the State Fair dress you?
No. She actually commented on Facebook because I posted my outfit. I posted my back to school pic today, my first day of school pic, and she said she did not approve.
I approve. I love the Hulk Hogan belt you have on too.
Yeah, she's also a clown. She's also a clown fan at the end of the day. So I really don't care if she doesn't approve of this outfit.
A clown fan?
A clown fan? Oh, a clone.
Yeah. She's
gosh.
She's a cyclone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
what
starting.
The hell,
it's
Ross?
starting.
Really?
Do it again. I apologized before you what the hell'd me.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Here's the deal. I was not impressed with anything at all today. It was just kind of it's one of those deals like over the years. You guys remember like over the years where they'll be like, well, we don't want to open the playbook. We don't want to show too much. That kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like going to the strip club where you think the strippers are going to be hot, and they're not.
Yeah, and then you just enjoy them ironically.
Yes.
Like, you know what? I'm going to stay in Stiffer's Row for the fat one. I don't care. It's going to be fun. But that's kind of how that felt today.
And that's the hard part about this game, right? You sit there and go 34-7 in normal cases, but how many times have we been here in the past? We've been here in the past. We feel let down after the first game, and it still works out in the end. It's just we want it to be sexy all the time. We want it to be the Sears catalog from when we were 12 years old.
Yeah, it's almost like when these things happen, we have better seasons. You know, like if you look back to like when we had the block 2 field goals to beat you and I, and different things like that. It's like, well, maybe this is a good omen that there's just nothing really exciting happened today. I'm just kind of, it's like, man, did we pay this kid $1 million to throw the ball into the turf? I mean, honestly, what I don't understand what our quarterback evaluation problem is. Does that make sense?
No, I know what you're saying, Bill. I do. I feel your frustration. I still think he's better than what Iowa had last year. I like the fact that he's mobile. He runs almost like a linebacker, Agreed. Right? I mean, I like a guy that's not afraid to take a hit. You just want to see a guy that can throw the ball farther than 8 yards down the field. They made a joke on FS1.
Agreed.
They made a joke on FS1 if he's going to do the jump pass. Did you hear that, Ross? Like, what if they do a jump pass here?
Yeah, when they're down with the goal line.
It's like, oh, did we get Timu Tim Tebow? Is that?
They kept comparing him to. That's exactly what they kept comparing him to. Tim Tebow was brought up on today's broadcast more than I've heard Tim Tebow's name, except for the big speaking tour that he's doing.
Oh God, this is not good. This is not good.
Hey, Tim Tebow won a national title.
He did win a national title. This is true. He also won it with 2 murderers, and I don't know that we have a couple of murderers on our team right now.
Touche.
That will give me confidence.
Touche.
Yeah, I mean, I always feel like we're 1 or 2 murder raps away from an Natty. I mean, that's just a year-to-year thing. But, you know. Defensively, I was a little – like, we can go to the quarterback thing, but, I mean, defensively, I wasn't really impressed, to be honest. Like, I kind of felt like defensively we should have been a little more dominant than we were.
You know, the linebackers, they impressed me. I mean, that's a new linebacking core. I thought for the guys they replaced, I was happy with them. There was still some, the D-backs. Wampa can lay a hit, but man, there's just sometimes you just like, how many times I kept channeling Gary Dolphin during the game. It's like, there's that bend but don't break defense. Well, stop bending. Just don't bend once, okay? Can we
not against you, Albany.
Yeah.
So
can we please just not bend to begin with?
Yes.
Just every once in a while.
All right, Billy, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go, okay?
All right. I love you guys.
See you, buddy.
I love you.
Bud. Thank you so much.
I like it when somebody tells me they love me. Makes me feel good when somebody tells me that. Ross, I love you, man.
I love you, buddy. Hope you know that. And Bill's one of those friends that is good about saying it.
515-517-2303. Let's go to Johnston or out to Johnston. That's where Chuck is. Chuck, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Travis, why are you wearing purple?
I'm not. It's black. It's the bad light that I have. See, you can get. See, look at it. It's a black. It's a black and gold rush shirt. And if you want one of these shirts, you can go to therushradio.com, click on the merch tab, and get yourself a black and gold rush hoodie. As fall's right around the corner, you can get a nice long sleeve shirt, but it's actually black. It's just poor lighting in here.
Are we? Is this your new studio or?
No, it's not. No, you think I'd hang curtains up? What did he say?
Chuck, I saw a photo today.
Nice.
Chuck, I saw a photo today of what the new studio is going to look like, and it is
legit,
magnificent.
I can't wait. I'll watch Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Who's going to be on?
Now, Owens, did you ask Owen? Owen's screening the calls. So if anybody wants to talk to Owen,
Owen.
515-517-2303.
Okay.
But here's the deal. I'm going to be remote all next week. I'm going to be in Mississippi and Georgia.
Okay.
So hopefully next Saturday for the Iowa State game, crossing my fingers, that's going to be when we do the new studio. Unfortunately, the wall I showed Ross is not going to be where I'm sitting. That's for a separate podcast studio. We're having two studios, and I'm going to have a separate podcast studio.
Hey, so I'm just asking for a friend. You got any more extra that material laying around?
I thought Iowa looked like Iowa.
That's
Fair.
a good way to put it.
Yeah, Chuck. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, it was vanilla.
Another
And to
good
me,
word.
I was just kind of disappointed, but yet, yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Good way to put it.
You know, I would have to. I didn't think that. I did not have high expectations for Mark Gronowski. I didn't let any of the. You know this, Travis. I didn't let any of the preseason or offseason stuff get to me, and I kept saying, "Nope, I'm gonna be reserved. Gonna have to prove it to me. Gonna have to show it to me." I was even disappointed. Those first three passes, I'm looking at my brother and my brother-in-law going, "What the hell? Not bad. Those are awful." Like Kluver was just talking about. That's like a person learning how to throw. And this is the guy that we put a lot of hopes on, and a lot of Hawkeye fans were saying, "Man, this is a 10-win season. We got him." So that really that was the one part of it. Other than that, sorry, buddy, what was that?
I didn't see that today, but all I'm thinking is, dude, you can buy a lot of fun in Iowa City with that money, that NIL money.
Well, it's funny you bring up NIL money. And Chuck, thanks for the phone call. I appreciate it.
Chuck.
515-517-2303. Again, Owen's screening the calls. We got a call screener. We got a full production here today. So if you want to, and when you call in, just say, "Hey, Owen, is the studio done yet?" But it's funny. Our buddy Jeff Klein just said, "Is Hank Brown our starter next week?" And no, he's not, unless Mark Gronowski is injured. And I know I have a feeling Jeff's probably being a little facetious there, but no, it's kind of like when Cade McNamara, you had to keep playing him as long as you could, even you knew it wasn't the best because you have too much invested in it. Don't you think, Ron? If you're paying somebody a certain amount of money, you have, and it's only the first freaking game.
No, I really do. I mean, I know what you're saying here. I think that you are going to let Gronowski play the most snaps because he's by far the better quarterback. That should be that's the hope here. It shouldn't have anything to do with, all right, the guy that we paid the most amount of money to is the guy that has to get out there, because Kirk Ferentz can't make his decisions based on who's getting what money. I'm right. I'm like, those things have to be separated.
But they're not. No way are they separated. I know what you're saying, Ross, and you're an idealist. That's what I like.
Mark Gronowski, is Mark Gronowski the much better quarterback?
Much better. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, Brown didn't play bad today.
That's fair. I mean, hell, he's 100% completion percentage, like I said earlier.
I haven't seen enough to go. But as far he's when he ran the football, I was fine with it. I'm like, oh, he's just adding to the depth of the running back room. I don't have a read on Mark Gronowski.
Fair.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. So, all right. I want to remind you that the Iowa Lottery has launched a brand new, and I mean a brand new, Iowa Blackout Scratch-Off ticket that came out on August 5th. It is available at retailers statewide, and it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous black matte. There's just something about the color black. When I wear it, it looks purple, but the color black looks really, really awesome. And lottery players have an opportunity to win up to $50,000 instantly, Ross. $50,000 from the Iowa Lottery. Just like, boom, just like that, right? But guess what? If you're not a winner, you can still win, because you can enter non-winning Iowa Blackout Scratch tickets into your VIP club account for a chance to win tickets to a Hawkeye football game of your choice. Your choice. So you got to enter before 10 a.m. on October 1st if you want to win the extra game experience. Ross, you're supposed to ask me, what if you're not a VIP? You're supposed to ask me that question.
What if Travis? What if I'm not a VIP member? How would I even
Ross,
become? Listen. I don't consider myself a VIP. How do I even become a VIP member?
You are a very important person, Ross, and you can become an Iowa Lottery VIP by signing up for free. Doesn't cost you anything. Just go to iowalottery.com. That's iowalottery.com/VIP, and you can get yourself signed up. That's simple.
Listen, the thing that we're talking about here with Mark Gronowski is the hope, right? We talk about this. Man, isn't the lottery the epitome of hope? I drove past the sign today coming from my dad's back here at halftime.
$1 billion, isn't it?
$1 billion.
Billion.
I mean, you could, pay some bills with that.
I could get my studio done a little faster with $1 billion. But you know what? As I look back, it's taken a long time, but as it's coming together, I'm like, oh, I've got like a real studio. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Kirk and Ames, stay on hold. We'll get to your phone call when we come back. It is the Black and Gold Rush live from the Iowa Lottery Studios.
With the new Blackout Scratch ticket from the Iowa Lottery, you can win the game day experience of your dreams.
That'll be $5.
Enter for a chance to win a VIP experience cheering on the Hawkeyes from the Ironman Suite at Kinnick Stadium.
Thinking about buying a home? Get pre-approved in 30 minutes with Gary Presnell at Northwest Bank in Des Moines. Gary offers first-time home buyers programs, VA, FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
You like listening to Travis and Ross talk about the Hawkeyes, so tune in when they talk about everything else. Listen to The Rush with Travis and Ross every day on the rushradio.com, YouTube, the TuneIn app, and wherever you get your sports content.
Welcome back to the Black and Gold Rush live from the Iowa Lottery Studios. Good to have you here on a Saturday night. Iowa over Albany 34-7. Hawkeyes 1-0 on the season. They are getting ready for the Cy-Hawk game next week, 11 o'clock. Jack Trice Stadium taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. Cyclones a big winner over South Dakota today, 55-7. Rocco Beck, that dude's a stud. And listen, even if you're an Iowa fan and you hate Iowa State, you have to concede the fact that Rocco Beck is a stud. You have to.
You got to concede the fact that Iowa State's good.
Yes.
Really good. Fun to watch. That offense is explosive, man. And again, I think South Dakota is going to be really good. Travis Johansson, who's their head coach, was at Grandview for a long time. Then he went to Central Michigan. He was a D coordinator there, has had a lot of success, is like an up-and-coming superstar in the coaching world. And they're going to, I think they're going to be just fine at South Dakota. I did not expect that today. Travis, you sent me a message too that a lot of the sharps were actually picking South Dakota to win that game outright.
Yeah, so I got a text from Scott Spreitzer. He's a good friend of ours. You may have heard him on our show before. He's a Vegas insider. He wasn't biting. He goes, I'm not touching this. He goes, I actually think the Cyclones win. But I got the text last night. He goes, hey, the sharp money's going on South Dakota plus the points. And I said, they're going to win. They think they're going to win this outright? He goes, yeah. He goes, I don't think it. He goes, that's where a lot of sharps are going. I'm like, wow, a lot of people lost money today then. A lot of people lost money if that's where they were going. Speaking of Ames, let's go up to Ames at 515-517-2303. Kirk, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Well, good evening, gentlemen. My first question is for my wife. Travis, she wants to know, I assume the curtains behind you, they're actually black print?
No, those are they're dark blue. Don't you love the curtains? The curtains just add so much to the ambiance of the show.
So let's get this straight. Hold on a second.
It really does.
Kirk, maybe this is where you're going. So the curtains behind you, those are blue.
Yes, but see, the light's not hitting that as much as it's hitting me.
It's just odd for us because your microphone is black.
I know it is really. I don't know what it is. Here I'll switch.
It's the way the light. It's the way the light absorbs on the t-shirt. It's that simple. Yeah.
Well, you've seen like when they take flash photography of some of the actresses in black, and you can see their panties and their bra. That's kind of like it, right? Or am I the only one who looks at those photos?
All right, Kirk, you said weird. Kirk, what do you want to share with us?
Well, a couple of things. One, I just want to give everybody an update. Where are they now? Cade McNamara went 12 for 17 for 146 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception for East Tennessee State against Murray State. So just keep that in mind. We can still have him.
Hold on. He's still playing?
Yes. And he was actually in a QB competition with a North Carolina transfer for the starting job at East Tennessee State.
The guy's got to be like 26 years old. Okay. I did not know.
Kirk's not making up a second of this.
Wow. I didn't know. I like to think I'm fairly up to date. Boy, I just, once he left, I'm like, okay, he went to, I didn't know he's still playing. Wow.
So there's that. My question for you guys, though, is that when Tyler was on, somebody called in and said, well, you know, Iowa State's had 2 games and Iowa's only had 1. And Iowa, everybody knows that they don't really show the whole playbook in the first few games. Is it really better for Iowa that Iowa State has had 2 games because they've shown so much of their playbook rather than Iowa's just playing the, okay, you know, hand off to the right, hand off to the left, go up the middle, short little passes, nothing big. Where here's Iowa State blows it out today, and they show a ton of their offense and a lot of their talent. Does that play to the favor of Iowa to being able to pick apart that offense a little bit more, where Iowa State's only got 1 game against Albany?
I love it. Kirk, I think that's totally fair. I think that's, you know, so it's a pretty close balance of the benefits of each side, right? The Hawkeyes do absolutely have that benefit of getting more tape, they get to be more familiar with what Iowa State is going to be doing throughout the year of 2025. Because hell, a fifth of Iowa State season is already done, right? So they're going to have a good they get a better look at that. That's a fair thing. You weigh that against Iowa State having not only played 2 games, but one of those games is against Kansas State. Now, and it's fair. We don't know how good Kansas State is. We don't know how good South Dakota is going to be. We don't know how good Albany is. But they have sharpened themselves against a little bit sharper steel than the Hawkeyes have.
I'll give you that. My last question real quick is, and if anybody knows this in the chat, put it in the chat on YouTube. I was driving back from Boone today to Ames, and South Dakota charter buses were heading back, and they were getting escorted by state troopers. Do the state troopers provide escorts all the way to the state line, or only so far out of town? That's the question of the day.
I believe it's only so far out of town, just to get you out of traffic.
Okay.
Get you out of traffic. Okay.
Thanks, guys. Love your show.
Thanks, Kirk. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Kirk. Appreciate that.
By the way, Kansas State, a 3-point winner over North Dakota today, 38-35. And they needed to come back in that game to beat North Dakota. So there's a good question, Ross, is how good is Kansas State? You know what? I look at Iowa State, and everybody said, well, you showed all this stuff. I almost look at that as a sign of confidence. We don't care. We're going to show you because we're that good.
I mean, that's part of the Kirk Ferentz thing, right? He's been playing the same football for 25 years. There's not like, oh, we have to keep the playbook close to the vest. For how long? Because the playbook's been close to the vest for 25 years. What are you talking about? I think you're right about, again, there's truth to what he's saying. You learn from watching film. The more film you can get on a team, the better off you're going to be. The more of an advantage that is, no doubt about that. Hawkeyes get the advantage. On that check mark goes to the Hawks. Now, check mark of preparation. The Hawkeyes just got done beating up Albany. The offensive line was pushing around Albany. And now Iowa State, who has traveled across an ocean, played against a top 25 conference opponent, and then came back and played against another opponent that I think is a pretty good team or has had success here recently. That's sharper steel than what the Hawkeyes have been able to battle. And so there are, again, advantages on both sides of it.
Ross, by the way, phone line's open. So if you want to call, 515-517-2303, that's the number to call. We're here for about another 20 minutes. So get your phone calls in. Owen's waiting to screen your call and say hi to you. And what does this game mean to you? You know, I'm old enough to remember when the rivalry was renewed back in the mid-'70s. This is an interesting week because of both teams being as good as they are now, especially Iowa State being as good as it is now. You don't like getting into the little brother thing. I mean, that's been played for a long time. But what does this week mean to you?
You know, Travis, I am not one of those hate Iowa State fans. I never have been. This week, on game day next Saturday, I'm going to hate Iowa State. I did the same thing with Fred Hoiberg. I admired the shit out of Fred Hoiberg until the Hawkeyes played him, and I was like, this preppy brother. and I'm that sort of Hawkeye fan. I really do root for Iowa State and hope that they're good, because then my Iowa State friends are much happier and it's a lot more fun for this stuff to happen. I love this game. I've loved the times I've been able to hang out on RVTV with Murph and the guys. I think that it brings a lot to our community. I think that it's a really neat thing that we get to experience. It would be somebody that would fight for it to exist if I knew that it was on the verge of extinction. But like, you know, I don't have any hate for Iowa State, so it's not a game that I look at as I look at it as the Hawkeyes need to win this because the Hawkeyes need to show that they can play with top 25 teams. It's really cool that Iowa State is a perennial top 25 team right now, and I hope that continues, by the way. And I hope that every year when they're ranked in the top 25, the Hawkeyes kick their ass, and then both of them end up in the top 10. That'd be cool.
You know, my wife was in the Iowa State marching band. I was never an Iowa State fan growing up, but I've learned I was probably a more of that real bad hater years ago. But the older I get, the more I appreciate what Jamie Pollard has done, what Matt Campbell has done. Now, deep down, I don't hide anything about it. I want Iowa to win next week, and I hope we're on here next week at 2:30 in the afternoon talking about an Iowa win.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about an Iowa loss, I'm not going to be shocked. Now, there's been years Iowa's lost, and I've been surprised as hell. Last year, when Iowa State hits a field goal, you're like, holy crap, what just happened? You know, but I mean, just by the eye test, and that's all we have right now is the eye test. Iowa State's a better team by the eye test.
I don't know how you could deny that. I mean, what do you think? So I saw earlier, I think it might have been our buddy Jeff Klein. I saw somebody throw up a possible spread earlier. Want to take a?
I would probably say Iowa State minus 6.5.
I think that's large. I think Iowa State 3.5, 4.5. I think that 3.5 was the number I think I saw Jeff put up, and I might be attributing the wrong person there. Sorry about that, but.
Well, yeah, Jeff would know the lines. 515-517-2303. Let's go to the south side of Des Moines. That's where Brandon is. Brandon, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's I like your show a lot better this version than before. So
why? Because we don't take long commercial breaks 4 times an hour?
Definitely, yeah, right there. I thought it was pretty interesting. You know, seeing Gronowski tonight, I went to UNI. I watch a lot of Missouri Valley football.
By the way,
UNI
UNI got a big win today. Congratulations to Coach Stepsis.
Mm-hmm. And he was great there, but he was also surrounded by really, really good talent in the FCS level. And I don't know, he just looked slow, uncomfortable tonight. I don't know. A lot of fans were from that program were pretty pissed off when he left. And you know, they'll say that he played like that there, and he kind of got carried by his talent there.
Well, I mean, I think, you know what? I think not one team, not one person can carry a team. I'm just saying, great teams have great talent. Look at every team that's won a national title or a conference title. It wasn't, they may have one catalyst, but they had great talent around them, right? I mean, so I'm not gonna poo-poo him for that. He still threw for over 10,000 yards.
And I would also say, Brandon, every person that ever leaves a program, the people of that program will talk about how that kid wasn't even worth a darn anyway. He wasn't built the Hawkeye way anyway, right? So it is what's the ironic part is they're mad that he left, but they don't think he was actually worth a crap. It was all the other guys around him. He's a good ball player, no doubt about that. By the way, that latter part is true. The thing that you're saying here, Brandon, is true. He was surrounded by talent. There's no doubt about that. He's got a pretty good offense around him right now. I thought the offensive line played well today. Yeah. The running back room is really deep. You got a couple of good tight ends. The wide receivers are a complete question mark, I feel like.
You know, I would say this game, I don't care how good Iowa State could be. I think that, I mean, they've just lost this game so many times and found ways to lose this game. Like, especially the one year when it was 2020, Purdy and Breece Hall, and there was a big matchup. And I mean, Iowa State just got dominated. So I think Iowa State fans are always kind of weary with this game, you know. Even if Iowa could play terrible in their first game, they still, hey, you know what? It's Iowa. They're going to be tough on the offensive line, tough on the defensive line. They're going to try to run the football. And Iowa runs the football pretty well on Iowa State every year. And on the flip side, Iowa State fans know that Kirk Ferentz is going to do the same thing year after year after year.
Yeah.
It's who he is. There's nothing different going to happen. He's going to try to beat you with fundamental football, pin you deep with a good punter, wait for you to make a mistake. They capitalize, boom, 14-0, and you're sitting there, oh shit, you know.
Well, and here's the deal: if it's a 10-3 final next week, or if it's a 17-14 final and Iowa wins, doesn't matter. You won the game. I mean,
right? Amen.
And you'll beat a top 25 team, and people go, "See, we're pretty good." It's just when you do it against Albany.
What are your guys' thoughts?
I tell you what.
What was his question there? I'm sorry.
He goes, "What are our thoughts about the Iowa State game?" And you know, if I got to go off the eye test, and I watched that whole Iowa State game today, man, they were.
I'm
good.
with you, dude. I can't watch that game today, and then the way the Hawkeyes played. But I've said this over and over. I am one of those fans that if I see something, I think that's what I'm always going to see. Like right now, if you were asking me to predict out the Hawkeye season, it would not look good. I can't justify that team beating very many Big Ten teams. I don't think anybody could. They won today. They ran for 3 or 4. How many yards do you have on the ground?
They ran for 310 yards.
310 yards.
Over 300, yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible. It was against Albany, and the quarterback missed some wide open throws.
Now, in Iowa State is prone to give up some running yards. They gave some against Kansas State. They gave up some today. But I'm not going to compare Iowa State to Albany.
Not at all.
You got me speaking like a Texan now.
Dude, it's not my fault. It's not my fault that you can't watch that game today and think that that's not what I do believe that's what they're called. The jersey, the T-shirts, the chyron across it. Thanks, Brandon.
Do you think there was no?
No, go ahead with your question. Go ahead.
All right.
Why do you think there was no emphasis really put on pushing the ball down the field? I mean, everything was behind the line of scrimmage, or, I mean, I think the longest pass that even was attempted was maybe 10 yards.
Well, the longest pass was 13 to Gill. So you were close to that 10 yards.
I'll tell you. I'll give you an answer. You want to know why they didn't throw the ball down the middle of the field and throw the ball deep? Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like you have zero
connection with your receivers. Practice is practice, but when you get into a game, you need to have that connection. And it's like the whole receiving core had like 2 catches.
They didn't need. I think they went into the game. Gabe has said it a couple times on the thing. Why push it? We won the game. I think that they went into the game knowing we do not have to show anything. We don't have to take any risks, and we're going to win this football game. So our longest pass is going to be 13 yards. We're going to run the ball for 300 yards. The reason they did
that? You know why they did it? Because the first 3 passes were crap, and you're like, and then you find yourself down 7-3, and you're like, screw this. We're gonna go. We know we can run over them.
Right.
Just run them over, and that's what they did. All right, Brandon. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks.
515-517-2303. Let's go out to Denver, Colorado. That's where Doug is. Doug, welcome. Or is it Denver, Iowa, or Denver, Colorado? I assume when I see Denver, it's Colorado, but it could be Denver, Iowa.
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay. What's up, Doug?
I just want to thank you guys for continuing the show. I mean, you put a lot of effort in, must have, to put this thing together, to put the rush together. And I appreciate it so much. I think other people do too. So thank you for saving the show and just the rush in general. Love you guys.
We appreciate that. And we've got good partners in Choice Creative. And the truth is, who you need to be thanking is the Iowa Lottery. Buy your Iowa Lottery tickets next time you're back in Iowa, because the Iowa Lottery is really making this happen in a way that's fun. I mean, we're going to be adding more advertisers, but our commercial breaks are only going to be twice an hour. And right now they're really short, so we're able to go a long time. And that's why the show is 2 hours. But, like next week, we may be able to go, depending on how many phone calls we have, we may go as long as we need to go. And that's the fun part about this, because we like doing it.
Excellent. I just want to go over a few things, and I'm going to state the obvious. I just want to chime in. But in my assessment, same old with the Hawkeyes. I was hoping for a little. I was excited. I was hoping our quarterback would put some balls up in the air, and maybe we'd see some new stuff. But bottom line, and I know you guys have said this, and you're right, that week 1 to week 2, there's not a lot of similarities. But if we play like we played today at all, we're 4 losses minimum. And Iowa State, they're not the best team in the world, but they can put up the ball. They can play some football. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of hope, and it sucks. I want hope, and I want the Hawkeyes to do well. And something on the radio show at halftime, they had Bob Bowlesby on, and he named off some of the candidates that he interviewed for the coaching job after Hayden Fry left him before Kirk Ferentz. I thought that was cringeworthy. I don't think you should name off who you interviewed. I understand maybe he was trying to clear the air about Bob Stoops and things like that, so that was okay. But that's just my observation. I don't want to ruffle a whole lot of feathers.
But hold on, I didn't hear the interview, Doug. I want to know who he named. I'm intrigued by that, because I always knew the Bob Stoops one, but I want to know who else he named.
Well, he name dropped Chuck Long. I think he named 1 or 2 others. I honestly didn't catch them, because I was shocked that he named Chuck Long. But I actually would have likened Chuck Long to give it a go, and I would have liked to have seen Bob Stoops. Absolutely.
It's worked out, though. It's worked out just fine.
Well, I take nothing away from Kirk Ferentz. They should build statues after him. There should be oodles of stuff in the in the building that houses all that historical stuff. I mean, they should set him up for the rest of his life. But I want something more out of the Hawkeyes. I don't have a whole lot of hope for this year, and I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on that a little bit more. And I so appreciate the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Enjoy that Rocky Mountain High, buddy.
All right.
All right. I think we all want more. We when we see an Indiana
the Rockies.
when we see an Indiana go to the playoff, you get a little jealous. When you see an SMU go to the playoff, you get a little jealous. It's okay. It's okay to be jealous. It's okay to want more.
There you go. It's okay to think, well, the team that I cheer for, again, this Iowa Hawkeye team, why not? Not I'm saying this year. I don't mean like, why can't this year's team be national champions?
I tell you what, if Iowa State goes to the playoff, you're going to go, why not us?
I've always felt that way. And I think that's a great, again, you don't have to go back very far where it was ridiculous to think of Iowa State as being Big 12 champions. It was ridiculous to think of Iowa State as being a playoff contender. It was ridiculous to think of Iowa State as being a perennial top 25 team, right, Travis? All of these things. Not long ago, they were doormat. And now you can't say any of those things. That's a really good program and a really good team this year. So
515-517-2303. Let's go to Des Moines. That's where Brad is. Brad, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Just a quick shout out to my tailgating buddies on I-80, Doug, Kayla, and Aaron. My thoughts on the game today. I'm not surprised we ran the ball. That's typical Iowa. I wish we would have thrown a little more. I'm not surprised we didn't. However, I did think Gronkowski looked very uncomfortable. He was very fidgety with his feet, wasn't set, made a lot of bad passes. So that concerns me a little bit. Jitters, I'm sure, are a lot of it, but hopefully he gets through that.
Good stuff, Brad. Appreciate it,
that,
man.
Brad. Yeah, and I think the running a lot was probably if it wasn't the game plan, like Travis said, once those first couple of passes from Gronowski were that bad, they knew they had to go a really heavy run game.
515-517-2303. Let's go to Omaha. That's where John is. John, welcome to the Black and Gold Rush in the Iowa Lottery Studios. What's going on?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I actually love how this game is setting up next weekend. I think Iowa State coming off two wins, feeling confident after today even. I think that second half, Kirk just put it in the lockbox. Didn't show much at all. And I love how this thing's setting up. I had concerns Gronowski missing on that first drive, obviously missing Phillips wide open in the end zone.
Boy,
that was concerning a little bit, but I actually like how this thing's setting up next weekend.
It's going to be a hell of a football game. At least we think it is. I mean, it's going to be front and center. Big noon kickoff's going to be there. El Presidente, Dave Portnoy. Did you watch any of Portnoy today on
I just saw one clip of him taking a shirt off, and he had on a Michigan shirt underneath his Big Ten sweater or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. I mean, he's not Pat McAfee. I mean, Pat McAfee's a former player. McAfee, I think, he's a different type of entertainer. I mean, they're completely different. It was fine. I thought Fox did a really cool thing, Ross, and that they didn't ignore the story of Lee Corso, meaning they did a tribute to him, and then they took his headgear thing live. They went ahead and they showed it live, which you know what, most in the old days, competing networks would never do that, right? They would never ever do that.
Yep.
So, all right, we got 2 hours in. We got 2 hours in. We didn't get to Texas, Ohio State. We didn't get some other stuff, but
there's so much. Yeah, we didn't get. But hey, we got a lot of college football to talk about on Monday now.
We do,
because we are doing a show Monday morning.
We are going to be doing a show Monday morning. It's the Rush Radio Show. If you're brand new and you're like, hey, we didn't know you guys were around. Number of ways to find us. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find us on YouTube. But if you are driving and you want the actual premier audio experience, you can download the Rush Radio on the TuneIn app, or you can download our own app, which is on the Android only. Just go to the Android store and search The Rush with Travis and Ross, and we're right there. But Labor Day, everybody has a day off. We're going to be working. We're going to be here for you at 6 a.m.
I want to throw some numbers at you just real quick, okay?
Okay.
Because first of all, thank you so much for everybody that tuned in. That's amazing. Travis, in the at the old program, on a normal day, over 3 hours, we would get about 25 phone calls on the air in 3 hours. Okay. In 2 hours tonight, we did 25 phone calls.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
You know what? We're going to 26 is coming up if you want to take it.
Let's do it because
let's hope screened right now. It's getting screened right now.
Here's another number for you. We've also taken calls from New Jersey, Nebraska, Iowa, obviously, Colorado, and Minnesota. 5 different states live on the air with us as well. And that was pretty hard to do when we were on the radio.
And you know what? It's not that we, back in the old show, we didn't get to a lot of phone calls because we had to take breaks all the time.
Yeah, right. We had to take a break every 15 minutes.
Yes.
A 4-minute break every 15 minutes.
That call hung up. But
okay.
Before we get out of here, and I mentioned it earlier, we do have to thank the Iowa Lottery.
Yes.
They get our personalities. They know the type of show we do, and they've jumped on board with us for the Black and Gold Rush and also the Rush Radio Show, and we appreciate that. In fact, you can call in next week when we do the weekly woohoo, and you'll be able to win a prize pack from the Iowa Lottery. But just go out and buy those blackout scratch tickets. Your chance to win up $50,000 instantly, or if you don't win, you can enter that ticket in the VIP experience. Just sign up to be a VIP at iowalottery.com/VIP, and you could win a chance to go to an Iowa Hawkeye game of your choice. But stuff like this doesn't happen with people that support you. And Gary Presnall as well. If you need a mortgage, Gary's one of the best. And Ross is a realtor. Ross knows this. Gary's
is
the real deal.
Fantastic. If you need a refinance, if whatever it is, if you got home loan questions, Gary Presnall is your guy for all of that stuff.
So we want to thank Gary Presnall and the Iowa Lottery and our good friends at Choice Creative who support us as well. So, wow, fast 2 hours, a fun 2 hours. The Black and Gold Rush is back. We're here weekly. And next week, it's the Iowa State game. Don't forget, we're right after the game ends. As soon as that game's over, we're on the air, going for 2 solid hours. Ross,
maybe more
happy.
Next week. I am happy. This was great, buddy. I hope you're happy as well. I love this. I love the fact that we were able to talk to as many people. We heard new voices tonight. We heard some people that said they hadn't listened because we said, everybody that's listening had heard us on the old show. And somebody said, actually, no, I didn't ever know you guys did that thing before. Very cool. This has been awesome.
Hit that subscribe button, like the video, and we will talk to you Monday morning on the Rush Radio Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
She's on the 17, the 45, the 29, and she scores big cash prizes from the Iowa Lottery by matching her numbers to the winning numbers on the new Iowa Blackout Scratch Ticket. Now she's entering for a chance to win an Ironman Suite experience at Kinnick Stadium, plus other fun VIP prizes. That's the best touchdown dance I've ever seen. Make the biggest play of the season today. Enter and see rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
Are you thinking about buying a home this year? Start by getting pre-approved with Gary Presnall at Northwest Bank in Des Moines to see how much you can qualify for and what loan programs meet your needs. Gary can get you pre-approved in 30 minutes or less with a pre-approval letter to you. Gary offers first-time homebuyers programs, VA loans along with FHA, IFA, and conventional loans. Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You like listening to Travis and Ross talk about the Hawkeyes, so tune in when they talk about everything else. Listen to The Rush with Travis and Ross every day on the rushradio.com, YouTube, the TuneIn app, and wherever you get your sports content.